everyone, it's DayJaMona, and today I'm actually going to be talking to y'all and letting you know what my career is. So as you know from the title, I'm doing the YouTuber with a career tag. So a lot of people that make YouTube videos, this is the only thing they do. This is their source of income. However, for me, that is not the case. So let's get started. DayJaMona, DayJaMona. So the first question is, what was your major in college? What did you receive your degree in? So my major in college was intelligence studies, and that is what my degree is in, with a concentration in intelligence operations. The second question is, what is your current job or career? I'm in the military. The third question, how did you decide to go into your current field? So originally in high school, I wanted to do fashion design or fashion merchandising. Originally it was fashion design, but then when I realized that I couldn't sketch and I didn't actually like sketching, then I wanted to get more into merchandising. So I applied for a school in Miami. I think it's like Art Institute in Design. Like, they have them all over the United States, but I wanted to go to Florida. So I applied, I got in, but then they were like, you have to pay $2 grand a month plus tuition to come here. And I was just like, I can't afford that. So yeah, I had to think of another way to get out of my dad's house and start my adulthood right after high school, and I chose the military. So sure enough, when talking to like military recruiters, they gave me a list of jobs that I was eligible for based on a test that I had to take, and I chose my field. The next question, how do you balance life as a YouTuber and career woman? So it's really not that hard. I've tried to start a YouTube channel before, actually, like a year ago. Actually, maybe this is my third time trying to start a YouTube channel, and the first time I just didn't have confidence, and this was like maybe back in 2014, 15. It was back in 2015, and I just didn't have confidence like that. So I was just like, how am I gonna make these videos and like put myself out there to the world, and I can't even like put myself out there like on camera by myself, in a room by myself. Like, I just didn't know how to break out of that. So then I just stopped making videos. And then when I was watching, the second time I tried, I was watching other people's videos and looking at their quality and then looking at my quality. And then I had also just had my son, so it was like, I don't got time for this. And then I was in school at that time, so I was just trying to do a lot, and I just wasn't consistent. So now this time, my third time trying, the balance is pretty much just working and then being a parent and then making videos when I have the time. So most of the time, my only free time is on weekends. So what I'll do is record and try to edit in the same day, or I'll record like on a Friday and edit on Saturday or Sunday, and then I'll do like multiple videos if I can. And or if I just so happen to not have my son one day during the weekdays, then I'll try to record then. So it's pretty much anytime I have free time, then I'll try to balance that out. But being that my job schedule is so unpredictable, like, it's really on a whim. Like, there's really no set balance, if that makes sense. Like, it's not like I just work a regular 9 to 5. So if it just so happens that I have 5 days off of work, if I can, I could be popping out 10 videos in 3 days, like, if I have the time. But then there's other days where I work 7 straight days, 12-hour days, so it's really unpredictable. But I just I guess time management and knowing how much time I have is how I balance my life. If that makes sense. I know that was a really drawn out answer. So the next question is, what came first, YouTube or your current job? How did you get into YouTube? So my job came first. I got into YouTube pretty much by watching other YouTubers and then being secluded from family and friends. It was kind of like, I need a way to connect to the world. Like, I want to talk to people. Like, I know I'm not the only one going through certain things in life. Like, and then I started picking up makeup as a passion, and I wanted to like learn but show people how I'm learning as I go. And yeah, so I guess me wanting to connect with other people around the world is how I got into it. What do your coworkers, boss, and or clients think of your YouTube career? So my old boss actually started his own YouTube channel about fishing. I don't actually know his YouTube name or anything, but my new bosses and people I work with, they don't know I have a YouTube channel. So yeah. Next question, what advice do you have for someone who wants to break into your field of work? So breaking into my field of work is interesting. So of course, you know, you have to take what's called an ASVAB test, and you pick what branch you want based on what type of job or field you're into. And then if you're eligible, like medical, physical, mental wise, then you go to a school, well, two kinds of schools. So a basic training, each branch has one, and then a job training pretty much that follows. And then you can choose to be active or reserve in whatever branch you choose. So once you decide that, then you pretty much go from there. The next question is, what advice do you have for someone who has a full-time job and wants to start a YouTube channel? So my advice would be to know what you want to talk about, know who you want your target audience to be consistent, and have fun with it. So like for me, editing at first was a challenge because I just taught myself pretty much how to use iMovie and how to use Final Cut Pro, and then later on Final Cut Pro X. So with me having to teach myself, like at first it was frustrating because I thought maybe this wasn't going to be something I was actually able to do after all, but then I was just like, this is a hobby, like why am I getting frustrated? So with that, like if it's something that's fun to you, like it won't really seem like a job. And if you're passionate about it, then you're gonna make time for it. So time management would come easy, but then you just have to remember not to neglect your full-time, whether full-time parent, full-time career person, full-time anything. Like it's all about balance. So yeah, that would be my advice. Next question, what accomplishment are you most proud of in your career? What accomplishment are you most proud of in your YouTube career? So the accomplishment I'm most proud of in my career is earn a position in which people entrust me to lead them. Yeah, that's like my biggest accomplishment so far. And as far as my YouTube career, I don't really call this a career because I don't get paid for this. It's just something that I like to do. So, but I mean, my biggest accomplishment right now would be consistency. I think I've been really consistent this time around as far as buying things that I know will help make my videos better, as well as the application of my makeup better, like to put it on. And I've really decided to invest in beauty as a whole, and the consistency of my videos has to be my biggest accomplishment, I think, because I mean, honestly, like, your videos could be kind of mediocre, but if you're coming out with a video every day or every week and people see that consistency, that's what is going to make them press that subscribe button. So yeah, consistency is definitely key for YouTube. The last questions are, what are the pros of doing YouTube and full-time simultaneously? What are the cons? So I think the pros are, if you like it, then you're doing something you love and it kind of takes you away from whatever other full-time you have going on. And again, that brings back balance mentally. And then it's kind of like a break. So let's say all of a sudden I get a whole bunch of subscribers and brands want to work with me, and maybe YouTube does actually become a career, then that's more income for my household, of course, but then at the same time, like, I have more options as far as what avenues my future can behold. And as for the cons, I guess, like, if you do become really successful at YouTube, then your time management has to be even more tight-knit, and then you have to decide, you know, some things might have to be pushed to the side more than others, and then more sacrifices have to come. So of course, with good accomplishments come sacrifices. So I think that would be the major con of having to do YouTube and having a full-time job at the same time. But I think it's really important to keep in mind that when you start YouTube, you're not making anything. So YouTube is always an option. I think maybe for some people where they start YouTube really young, maybe they're like still in high school or whatever have you, like, it's really easy. Like, you're not your life isn't dependent on you making YouTube videos. But for someone like me who started late, I was already in my own house, like, doing my own thing, then, I mean, even now still, I can stop if I want to. But if YouTube did become a career thing, then I'd have to keep going until I had enough connections outside of making videos that can still bring me income. So really, I kind of wonder, like, for the people that only do YouTube videos, like, are you really gonna make videos until you're 50? Like, or do you make enough money to where you can retire when you're 35? Like, I wholeheartedly believe that people with the most subscribers are young, vivacious, attractive, energetic. Some really aren't energetic, they're kind of monotone, but they can somehow grab people or gravitate to people through video, and they get subscribers. So when you get older and you're not as energetic, beautiful, vivacious, then how does that work? It's not like something where you're a teacher and it doesn't matter how you look or what your content looks like. Like, I don't know. Tell me what y'all think about that down below. Like, I'm gonna be honest, do you watch people older than you, way older than you? Like, would you watch a 45-year-old that does makeup, a 45-year-old that actually looks 45, if that makes sense? Like, would you watch that, or Would you rather watch the person that's 25 doing YouTube videos, still young, fresh, hip, and all that? So it's all about target audience. And I feel like a YouTube career is kind of like basketball or football. Kind of like once you get a little bit older, you kind of have to change jobs. Like there's definitely a expiration to making YouTube videos, just like there's expiration to you playing sports. I mean, if I'm wrong, I probably am wrong. It's just an opinion, so there's really no right or wrong. But let me know what y'all think in the comments below. So yep, that is my YouTuber with a career tag. If you have any more questions about like joining the military or anything like that, please comment down below and I will answer all of those for you. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and I will see you on the next one. Much love.